if the ball was going to go in. Oh, Crosby, no knees in that one, no legs at all in that one.
Well, sometimes as an official, you do wait for that to see if any advantage was gained because of the contact. No advantage was gained, no call.
No call. Yeah, you see that all the time.
And that's when the parents start yelling.
Yeah.
You got to call that. No.
Never. In the history of kids sports has a parent ever yelled. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, Mountain Crest back out to a 1-point lead. This is where we came in. 37-36, the Mustangs. Oh, Oliverson was all alone underneath. They couldn't find him. Corbell looking for him. They got a mouse in the house as Sayama's down on Oliverson. Knowles, 3-ball, won't go. Rebound. Hits the deck, and Knowles ends up with it. Corbell from the free throw line. Rebound fought for and taken out of there by Sayama.
That was some ferociousness.
Knowles, Crosby, 3, no good. Brought the bench to his feet from Mountain Crest, but it wouldn't go.
The whole bench hollering at Sayama, slow down, play the offense. There's 10 coaches over there.
Sayama came out of there with that missed long rebound. You see that so often. Offense gets that on that long board off a missed three-pointer. 1:40 to play in the third period. Fast-moving third period. Sayama working on Corbell. Hilliard, 3-ball. Won't go. Sayama gets his hands on it, but Moore comes up with it. And he's fouled by Hilliard.
It's so hard to try and steal the ball from a rebounder in the backcourt. They've got 2 hands on it, you don't have any. Almost always get the foul call.
There's Coach Buckmiller looking on. His team leading by 1. Missing out on a chance to increase that lead. 1:15 to play in the third period. Skyview led by 5 after 1 period. Mountain Crest by 1 at the half. And that's where we are now. Knowles, 3, got it!
That kid's shooting lights out tonight.
Knowles has 4 3-pointers, 12 points in the game. And it's a 2-point lead for Skyview.
We did a Logan Skyview game a couple weeks ago. He was our Valley Channel Player of the Game, and I think he liked that cleaning the sink so much, he wants to do it again.
He wants to clean another sink, huh?
I guess so.
Crosby gets in low, gives it off to Pututsau. A little bit close to him.
Just as well, because Corbell was sending it back into his face.
He's going to give somebody a Wilson facial, huh?
That's right.
20 seconds to play in the period. See if Mountain Crest will milk the clock. Coach Buckmiller was telling him, slow it down. 10 seconds. Well, Crest looking for the last shot.
That's been another big change in this game. They haven't gone the one-and-done route. They've been a lot more patient on offense in since that first quarter.
Sayama all the way in, misses. Nielsen gets the board, and that's the quarter. 39-37, Skyview back on top. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
Later.
39-37, Mountain Crest trails Skyview as the Bobcats outscore the Mustangs 12-9 in that third period. It's been a good ball game, Levon.
It's been a fantastic ball game. Back and forth all night long. A couple of big leads by each team, and Now Skyview's sitting 39-37 with 8 minutes to go in this game. Nobody really in foul trouble, which is good and bodes well for the end of this game and keeping your players in if you're both coaches. This is a big, big game for Mountain Crest. They've got to win this game to stay in the hunt for the playoffs.
Yeah, they could be in serious trouble if they don't get this one, and it's a tough bill to fill. Playing Skyview in the Bobcats' lair. They ought to get a timeout, and they don't. They get a jump ball, and it goes back to Skyview. Coach Buckmiller's over there yelling, "Hey, I was asking for a timeout." Probably going to tell them that nobody had, that it was contested possession. There's Knowles red hot with 4 3-pointers in this ball game, and they keep leaving him open.
The pressure's mounting on these young teenage boys.
There's Oliverson with another one.
But you got to tell them right now with 7:21 to go in this quarter, it's like a 4-0 game. We're going to play 8 minutes and it's 4-0. Can you overcome that lead?
Putu Tau spins to his left and scores. That's a good point. As Putu Tau gets to 17, that's a good point. That 4-0 game.
Yeah, 4-0 sounds a lot less daunting than 41-37. It's 41-39 now.
Knowles misses. And it looks like Putu Tau will pick up the foul. That's only his second, and only Mountain Crest's 4th team foul. Skyview has 3. Moore, straightaway 3. Rim's out of there. Somebody needs to get a level on that rim. How many have we seen rim out of there? Caressa out front. Mountain Crest looking to tie or take the lead with a 3-ball. Pickett back in with 3 fouls. Free ball. Crosby got it. Crosby with his 3rd triple of the game. Crosby has 10, so a couple of sophomore number 10s dueling out there. Oliverson. The big junior says, "Let me show you how it's done, boys." 14 for Oliverson. It's back out to a 1-point lead for Skyview. Mountain Crest had taken the lead back off that 3, but didn't last long. Oliverson can take over a game anytime he wants, couldn't he?
Pretty much, especially at this level. Being an Aggie fan, I hope it continues.
Putu Tau just chucks it up there. There was contact under the basket. They let it go. Knowles all the way in and connects. Knowles with 14 and a timeout on the floor. A 3-point lead for Skyview at 45-42. It was a crazy shot by Putu Tau. And he's gotten a couple of those to go tonight.
I keep shooting if I was him because a couple of them have dropped tonight.
Yeah. But the way these two teams are shooting from outside the arc, Mountain Crest with 6 3-pointers. Skyview with 5 3-pointers, 4 of those by Knowles. Mountain Crest with only 1 3-pointer here in the second half. After having 5 in the first half.
Well, they shot up. We didn't keep track of how many they missed, but they probably missed 5 3-pointers in the first half as well. So that was
probably more.
Maybe more. That was not working out so well. It was patient offense and getting a good shot on an offensive rebound, which Putu Tau's done a good job. Pickett's done a better job in this half. Is really working for them. Even though they're down by 3, it's a good position to be in on Skyview's home floor.
Well, we always talk about single-digit scoring quarters. Mountain Crest has had 1. The third period, they only scored 9. Skyview's had 1. The second period, they only scored 8.
1 is not a deal breaker.
2, will kill you. It'll kill you. I'd usually say first, in high school, you could usually say first team to 50. But with this one, you might have to jump that number up a little bit. This one's been wild. Right now, it's a 3-point Skyview lead. Mountain Crest looking to chip into that or tie it up. Pututau fouled. Oliverson doesn't like the call, and he picks up his third.
Well, this game reminiscent of the first outing when Mountain Crest came here to Skyview. And they ended up winning by 2. Skyview with a couple of shots at the buzzer to win it.
They ended up winning by 1.
By 1, yes.
49-48.
I knew it was really close.
It was tied at the first quarter, tied at the half. Pututau's free throw goes. It was a 1-point game after 3 and a 1-point game at the end. Pututau having himself a monster game. He's got 18.
He's a junior, isn't he? Sophomore.
Sophomore, and a handful of rebounds. Pututau misses the second, and it's knocked out of bounds by Oliverson. So Pututau 3 of 6 from the line. Pickett's 1 of 4. Crosby 1 of 2. Five of 12 for Mountain Crest. That hasn't helped their cause.
You mentioned it was a 1-point difference in the third quarter in that first game that was the difference in the game. All the rest of them were straight up.
And after this game, it was a 2-point lead for Skyview after the third. 1 point for Mountain Crest at the end of the half. So it's been back and forth. 4.5 to play in the game. 2-point lead for Skyview. Hall in trouble, leaves it back for Pututau, and then Pickett hits the 3.
That's huge.
Pickett with 11. Here's another turnover. And Pickett nearly gives it back. That should be orange ball. Oh, that should be Mountain Crest ball by a mile.
Grayson Moore sold that to the official.
And here comes the offside official. And they changed the call, and that's the right call. Grayson Moore tapped it away, and I think the near side official had a bad angle at it.
Well, that's a tough angle sometimes at the speed these young people play at. And that's why there's 3 guys on the court, which is a great thing to. Oh yeah, that's.
Went off of Moore's leg, and he may or may not have gotten a hand on it as it went.
Well, it headed that way off of Pickett's leg and clipped Moore on the way by,
yeah.
So I could see how the official could make that call.
And they huddled up, talked about it, and now Mountain Crest turns it back over, so it doesn't matter, does it?
Now all the Skyview fans are saying the ball never lies.
As Hot Rod would say, sweet justice prevail.
No justice for the Jazz this year, boy.
Well, justice is always has something to do with the skill level as well. Down low, Nielsen loses it. Let them play here in the fourth. Caressa scoreless in this ball game. And his team leads by a point, 46-45. Maybe it will be first team to 50 after all.
Might be.
Three minutes to play in the ball game, a 1-point lead for the Mustangs. Caressa starts right, goes left, loses it out of bounds, and they say it was knocked away by one of the Bobcats. Here's my question. How long does Casey Oliverson sit? He's got 3 fouls. You got 2:53 left. He's got 2 more fouls. Actually,
I would say
Oliverson's
he's 2:52.
Oliverson's back. Oliverson's in there.
He's in.
Well, they didn't sit him down. So that question's moot. They're going with their starters. Couldn't see him out there in that scrum.
The only non-starter on the floor is Crosby for Mountain Crest.
Now he's in for Siama. Mountain Crest milking that clock, 2.5.